Hi friends and fellow Earth Angels, it's Gladys, and welcome back to another one of my weekly Sunday card readings. And this spread will start by covering March 28th through April 3rd, or whenever you got it to watch, as I always intend these to be timeless readings. Welcome, friends. We are just dropping into the full moon in Libra. So I am taking a moonology course. It is very in-depth. There's a lot of information, and I'm hoping to, over time, share what I'm learning with you. So I am learning about the full moon energy right now and what each course of action is under each zodiac sign of the full moon. So I just want to share that the full moon in Libra is a time to release something negative from your relationship life. If it was a breakup, or if there's something that you're mourning from the past, this week or these next couple days, if you're watching this as I release it, would be a really great time to kind of sit with something that might still be feeling stuck, or you might feel like your mind is going back to shoulda, coulda, woulda, how and what if. It could be in a current relationship that you have now. We are in spring energy. We had the Pisces new moon recently. In a couple weeks, we're going to go into the Aries New Moon. The Aries New Moon, which starts a brand new lunar cycle. So this would be a really great time for you to tie up any loose ends, dig in. Maybe you've had some grudges or some unforgiveness. We're human. It's part of our human experience, right? I always suggest calling in the divine. Archangel Uriel is the angel of forgiveness. Angel Daniel helps with relationships and releasing anger, resentment, and bitterness. And he helps us to also embrace forgiveness. So it's something that we can focus on this week. It's a time to balance what you give and what you get. And you can ask from others what you need. You can ask yourself what you need from others and what they need from you to give relationships like loving space. You don't want miscommunications and unsaid words to boil up and over, because that can happen at this full moon. So that's some notes that I wanted to share with you this week. I am feeling all the love of this time of year. I'm feeling, magical and bright and happy and sweet. And, just before I started this recording, I was listening to the cardinals singing in the trees, beautiful cardinals singing in the trees outside my home. And it's just a lovely time. So if you are connected to nature, try to get out this week and just spend some time. I'm not shy about saying I talk to the birds, and I talk to the squirrels, and I talk to the crows in the trees, and I talk to the trees, and really just send my beautiful, loving energy. If you're watching Mother Earth, she's blooming right now. The sun is, we got more light on the planet now that we're in and crossed through the spring equinox. On March 26th, the sun kissed Venus. So it's just a beautiful romantic time, but also too, it's a time to resolve any unsettled challenges or difficulties, so that you can leave it in this last 12-month lunar cycle and embrace the new beginnings that are ahead of us. So because of that, I was really guided to pull my love and light cards. And those of you who, watch my channel, I know, that I connect these cards with the Divine Father, God, Source, Creator. So I'm going to channel a reading from that divine being today. I just listen to Carrie Underwood. She just released a new album called My Savor. And if you're into Christian music, if you're a lover of Jesus, or you just love that soulful music, it is such a beautiful album. So that's another reason, as I was sitting there just really just connecting with God this morning and Jesus, it's another reason why I pulled these cards to do this reading. So I would definitely recommend you checking it out. I know her channel on YouTube has posted some songs and some videos, and it's definitely something that fills my soul. So if you're needing that, that connection, or you're needing your soul, to nourish you, it's a really great album to check out. So I'm going to continue the reading with asking God what he would like you to surrender to him this week in this full moon. Remember, the full moon is about release and surrender to the divine. So I'm going to then pull from the Healing with the Angels cards to see what God's message of healing is for you. And then what course of action can assist your healing. And then we'll finish up with his prayer for you. So I think it's going to be a beautiful reading. As always, let's open up space, inviting in all your guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, the divine mother and father, and all their holy beings of light that would like to assist with this guidance for you today. I'm going to ask that the messages that come through be for your best and highest good, and the best and highest good of all concerned. Once again, I'm going to connect my heart with the heart of the Father, unconditional love vibration, Father love, the warmth, the sunshine. All right, God, what is the most important message you have for your children this week? What's the most important message you need them to hear, see, feel, and know? So let's pull this one. Pure and unconditional love. Speak to the earth, and it will instruct you. Let the fish in the sea speak to you. Those of you who are part of my subscription group, this was the card that I pulled. So here it is again for those of you who are watching from my subscription group. Exclamation point. Here it is again. If you rewind the video, you'll see how it popped out. But this is what God is reminding us this week. We're human. We're here on this planet to reintegrate the energy of true love back on the planet. This 9-year cycle, it started in 2017, it will go to 2025, is all about falling back. And the first part of the 9-year cycle was about falling back in love with ourselves, right? I like to call it wise selfishness, holy selfishness. This is where we learn about our boundaries. This is where we learn about what feels good and what doesn't feel good. It's strengthening our inner masculine and inner feminine energies. It's a lot of that individual growth. And now that we're in 2021, we're shifting into kind of like the middle of that vibration, and we're seeing partnerships, we're seeing unions, we're seeing friendships blossoming, we're seeing romance being reignited in long-term marriages. There's just like a newfound emotional, mental, and spiritual strength that this planet hasn't been able to experience before. So God is reminding you and gifting you with pure and unconditional love. It's funny, it says, speak to the earth and it will instruct you, as right before, if you fast forward to the cards, right before I was channeling the message that I was saying, I speak to the flowers that are blooming, I speak to the trees, I speak to the birds, I speak to the squirrels, whatever comes along my way. I just really pour my energy and then I receive back from it, right? I receive guidance and wisdom. I've mentioned in the past when I was when Mercury was retrograde, I think, February maybe, I was just really having a hard time, and I had stuff that was just coming up. And because I'm so connected with the earth all throughout that time, Mother Earth spoke to me. She sent her animals. She sent the animal medicine to speak to me, and it helped me through that. So understand, if you're feeling alone right now, if you're feeling unsettled, or you're feeling uncomfortable or uncertain, know that it means that you're on your way. And, when you can remember that you can never be lost, you can never be alone, that Creator fills you to overflowing. And all you got to do is notice how that feels, that void, that sadness, that loneliness, and then call in Creator, call in the divine, and saying, God, be by my side. Jesus, my best friend, Jesus, be with me. Shine your light upon me. Show me the way. And also too, I'm a big fan of being proactive in prayers and connecting yourself with people who are in that vibrational light, right? We all need support on this planet, right? When I talk about us being whole and complete individuals and being strong within and taking care of ourselves, it doesn't have to be, you have to do it all alone on your own. It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that you can't evolve with people, right? It doesn't mean that this strengthening of this journey means you have to be single until you're whole and complete and you absolutely love yourself, right? So just being open to support in the way that it's coming. And then pour your heart out, pour your love out generously. We're miracle workers on this planet. We've come to this planet to be God's beacon of light. And so for some of you, he's reminding you of that if you're like the lost lamb, right? Jesus has got your back. God has your back this week and always. So maybe some of you needed to be reminded of that. And then others, if you're walking this EarthAngel path, you're being reminded that that's what you're here for. Sometimes we can definitely get lost in the human shadow maze and not know where we're going. So, if you're embarking on this purposeful life, God is saying this week, I got you, and I may just need you to clear out some stuff. I may need you to just release some stuff, and I have to show you what that is because I love you so much, and I want you to be stronger and healthier and wiser and radiant and beautiful and strong and confident and forward moving. So, that being said, I'm going to ask God, what would you like your earth angels to surrender to you this week? It's the most important thing they need to surrender to you to help them, support them. So I'll take those. Let's see, we'll pop you up here. Oh my gosh. I'm just noticing I pulled the love and the love. Are you feeling the love, my friends? Haha, probably you all got that before I did. But anyway, that's funny. Love, love. All right. First card. Oh, surrender to joy. Yes, laugh and play and sing and dance. When I ended the 9-year cycle in 2016, I declared that I no longer wanted to heal and grow in pain and suffering and lack and difficulty. I declared going into 2017 that I wanted to continue to learn and heal and grow through adventure, play, laughter, fun, and freedom. So it's kind of been my mantra, and this is what God is saying. He wants you to laugh and play and sing and dance. It says a key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it, friends. More of this or something even better. Indulge in random acts of smiling. Yes, yes, yes. Miracle workers, you're here to spread love. During both the hard and easy times, keep surrendering to more joy. right? So when we're going through hard times or difficult times, there's a prayer, the joy of the Lord is my strength. A couple years ago, joy. I think last year was surrender for me. That was my word of the year. And the year before that was joy. And I didn't really have a lot of joy that year. It was a really hard year for me. And all I could do is surrender the joy of, and say, the joy of the Lord is my strength. And I just asked God to download me. And what happened is I wanted more joy in my life. I wanted to experience deeper levels of joy. And so what happened is my blessed beings had to show me what was keeping me from that joy, right? And it was really the codependent attachments from external people, places, things, and ideas that I was latched onto. And, at some point these last couple of years, I had to kind of release the safety net and I had to learn how to swim on my own. But that didn't mean that I didn't have a support system cheering me on. And it's so valuable. And I hope that my prayer is that card readings like this is, as you're swimming, as you're releasing that security net, as you're taking off the training wheels and you're growing stronger, I pray that things like this are supportive for you, cheering you on, giving you nourishment, giving you strength to keep going, knowing that where you're at, if it's difficult and it's uncomfortable and it's uncertain, that you're on your way. If things are comfortable and it's boring and it's, just not fun, it's like, you have the opportunity to grow more in those spaces. So this is why I say it's so important to evaluate your pain, learn from it, sit with that divine being and your higher self, asking for its wisdom and what you're learning from it. That's what I learned from my year of joy. Is I had to see, feel, experience what was keeping me from that. And it's the ego stuff, right? The ego is beautiful in a lot of ways because it's the mechanism that helps us know that there's something greater than we are. But then there's this also part of it that wants to limit and keep us safe, which also limits the possibilities of what life can be because we don't know, right? We only know what we know, and then we know we do better. So this is where faith comes in and trust, and this is where love comes in. So God wants you to surrender to joy and surrender low self-esteem. If you're in a partnership or you've had relationships in your life that has really challenged and activated that not good enough program or the insecurities, the self-doubt, God is saying, remember who you are. You are a child of God, and He has planted everything inside of you for you to grow, thrive, and prosper, right? So this full moon in Libra, right? Libra is about fairness and justice. It's about, like diplomatic. It's the energy. It can be indecisive energy. But my brother's a Libra, and my brother is just an awesome human being. And so, I enjoy Libra energies because they're always fair. My brother's always fair. He sees both sides. And so, when you can kind of sit with what insecurities you have and where they come from, are these low self-esteem or insecurities that you're experiencing coming from influence, right? Because it's definitely not coming from the inspirational pull, right? So this card says you deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. So for some of you, this is your work, right? This is what's keeping you from this in some way and really experiencing deeper levels of this, right? If we're trying to call something in because of a void, like if you're feeling lack and then you're trying to take action to fill that void and make something happen, it's out of alignment with your natural flow, right? So you want to feel abundant in other ways. Look around look around and see what you can be grateful for. Look around and see the abundance and the beauty of the planet, of the world. And then when you're feeling that energy, declare, God, more of this in my life, or something even better, right? This is the emotional feeling energy that so many earth angels are using now to manifest, right? We're now co-creating with the universe. I mean, for divine feminine energies, I am loving the word calling myself a creatrix. I love that. Well, masculine too. I mean, I shouldn't have said it that way, but I love that word creatrix. We're creatrixes, and we're using or co-creating with the divine to manifest beyond our wildest dreams, right? So vision boards in some way are great, but it's a limitation in some way, right? Because we're getting this picture of what we think we want based on what we know. But if we drop down even further, this is this new vibration that so many people are talking about right now. It's really the divine feminine energy and the magnetic energy and the receptive energy that we all have available to us. As we go into that space, and it's like, how do I want to feel? I want to feel joy. I want to feel pure and unconditional love. Fill me to overflowing. I want to feel success. I want to feel abundance. I want to feel confident. I want to feel strong. I want to feel focused. I want to feel driven. You see how we're dropping down in our physical bodies? And when you have those moments, like, yes, more of this or something even better, this is the masterful way the universe is bringing things into our lives, people into our lives, experiences in our lives beyond our wildest dreams. We're really kind of stepping out of the hunt, right? Forcing and trying to make something to happen and focusing and willing things to happen. It's just really burning people out. So, that's kind of what I had to learn last year. And I'm grateful now I can start teaching. I can start teaching from that place. These cards here are yellow. So these cards, I feel like have like chakra colors, there's yellow, there's purple, there's blue. So these being yellow, I feel like, the deeper message is here is this is your power, right? Grow towards the sun. The sunflower grows towards the sun, and it can grow tall, 10 feet tall when its face is to the sun. So remember, this is how you're being empowered right now. So what message of healing? So that all being said, as you surrender, what's God's message of healing for you? Support. Yep. See? So I also feel here earth angels that are energy workers, energy therapists, energy practitioners. Part of your work could be sending loving energy and supportive energy to the planet right now. Remembering too that you have powerful guides that are loving you and sending you energy. It's a big message if you're not feeling loved, if you're not feeling supported. The universe is saying that we're here with you. And this is really the gift, right? When we can open up to receive God's love, God's wisdom, God's guidance, when we can be open to receiving wisdom from our higher self, from that internal compass, it's so supportive, friends. And then you start following the leads. It's like your pathway opens up. And before you know it, you're where you want to be and you're experiencing your life beyond your wildest dreams. So I feel like God is reminding you your message of healing is about support, and you got to be open to receiving that. Yeah. Yes, new beginnings, right? So this is also a reminder too that the old approach, the old way of doing things, the old way you manifested prior to 2021 is not gonna work anymore. And so a lot of us are embarking on uncharted territories, and we really have to practice going in. All last year, friends, I talked about prayer and stillness and pause and quiet and the value of listening. That was the divine feminine energy, right? This year I feel with the 5-year numerology, transformation and change, now I feel like we're activating the divine masculine energy, right? But being strategic and wise about it, and patient and vigilant and seizing opportunity. There's so many synchronicities that have happened, and if I felt the burden, or I felt the uncertainty, I would use that prayer that I had shared with you a couple weeks ago. I cast this burden on the Christ within, and I go free, and I leave it up to the universe to figure things out, and I just wait, and I'm vigilant, and I just kind of go with it and check in with myself. How do I feel about this? What works for me? What are my boundaries? Is this a loving thought? Is this a loving energy? Is this a loving vibration? Is this a match to me, right? Knowing that I am going to be okay as things come in and out of my life. So God is saying here, you are embarking on new beginnings. I keep seeing those words, embarking on uncharted territories. And you earth angels, you love this stuff. I love this stuff. We love to play with the universe. And sometimes when we get deep into human mode and deep into like digging and healing and deep into, the challenges, we can definitely lose our way a little bit. So I feel like this is a call back to the light, a call back to love. And God, I just feel the beautiful energy that's coming from these cards this week. I'm going to do more readings with God. All right, what is your action step? Well, I always do readings with God, but you know what I mean. Specifically. All right, so let me ask, what action steps can the Earth Angels take this week to, oh my gosh, it's so funny, I forgot I put my heart ring on too. See, love is everywhere. What action steps can they take to support their healing of transformation and change? God, Source, Creator. Make it loud and clear. Visualize success. Yes. See yourself doing well in this situation and have faith in a positive outcome. So I feel like this is important. As I was speaking earlier, there's so many like yellowish energies here where this is saying visualize success. It's not saying visualize a specific job, a specific person, a specific material, object. Visualize success. So going back to a space, time, last time you felt successful, or even like the last miracle or divine synchronicity, or experiencing somebody else's success and excitement and joy. Even just the way these cards come out is success and magical and miraculous. And so maybe some of you just sitting with that word success and what it means to you. I mean, I feel very, very successful, but I am by no means a millionaire. So everybody's definition of success is different. I feel very successful. I have beautiful relationships, financial stability, security, happiness, peace. Now understand, all these things came from a lot of work, a lot of clearing, a lot of digging, right? Past life stuff, this life stuff, working with the moon, prayer, meditation, listening to pastors and preachers and teachers and reading and learning, right? So, I mean, my human design is a projector. I am a projector as a human design. So that's my path, is to teach people and to lead and guide. So, I receive information and I learn and I grow. And because of that, I become more successful. And for me, success is being able to go to bed at night knowing that I am a good human being, that I have helped someone's life be a little better. I have shed my compassionate, loving, maternal energy on the world in some way. People's lives are changing. I'm grateful that, I have this calling and I'm aware of it, and I sleep good at night. For me, that's successful. So maybe this week, as you're purging and releasing, sitting with what that energy means to you, and then really feeling it in your body and radiating that out. More of this or something even better. See yourself doing well and have faith in a positive outcome. Everything works out well for me. I am enough. More of this or something even better. These are the beautiful energies and the new beginnings that we're popping into right now. All right, and the final message. God, what's your prayer? Hold on a second. What's your prayer for the Earth Angels this week? What's your prayer for them? Take time to breathe. Yes, thank you, angels. I breathe with ease knowing you're here. God is reminding you. He is sending his armies of angels to work with you, to be with you. Look at this card right here. You see this beautiful energy. So get out and do this. I mean, I'm channeling this reading on Saturday. And Saturday, I mean, it's been gorgeous outside. And that's how I felt when I was outside earlier. Just breathing in and taking in the warm air and just feeling the gratitude through my body, right? That is what's going to fill you up to overflowing. And that is what's going to propel you forward to want to give love and radiate your light to the planet. Really, some of you, I'm feeling guided to, you've got to really be mindful of what you're taking in. I know we've talked about this before, but what addictive tendencies or what energies are you putting in your body, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, that is not a vibrational match to the essence of who you are. We talk about clearing about drama and the emotional roller coaster. And, if you're challenged with that, just unplugging for a little bit till we get to this space is powerful. Maybe you can get out. Maybe you can get out this week and, just have some God or goddess time. That was my time this morning when I was listening to that Carrie Underwood album. I believe it's My Savior. And I just felt like it was my time to breathe. It was my time to connect and really have ease, knowing that I'm protected and loved and nurtured and all good things come my way. And, it's just powerful. So take time to breathe. And it's funny, I think it's perfect that it ended with take time to breathe. Like, God didn't give you any more to do. This is all being stuff, right? Joy is in the present moment. Love is in the present moment. Success, visualizing success is here and now. It's taking time to breathe. It's bringing yourself back to the present moment. That's divine feminine in a lot of ways. It's like experiencing your environment and the world and the joys and the pleasures and letting the divine speak to you through the present moment. All right. Well, let me say my closing prayer. I want to thank all your guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, the divine mother and father, and all their holy beings of light that assisted with this guidance for you today. Father love, the yin energy, the sunshine energy, the warmth, the power of unconditional love. I felt Jesus in this reading. I'm going to ask that any healing that was started today continue for as long as it needs to be done. And so it is. All right, friends, I encourage you, if you need support, if you need guidance, I'm still working online. I have appointments available. You can book one session. You can embark on a 3-month coaching journey with me. Lives are changing. It's magical, right? So know that you can keep tuning in here, or you can go back to other videos, or you can check out my podcast, or just the information that's out on YouTube, right? There's so much that can support you. When I was in my darkest, I was so grateful for free information. I was so grateful for YouTube and being able to support me in a time and a place where I could barely support myself. So utilize these tools, utilize the wisdom, but always check in with yourself to see if it resonates, right? Check in saying, is this something I've outgrown? Is this something that's feeding me right now? Is this something I'm not unsure about? And really just kind of go with that. I'm a firm believer in Creator does work through these platforms in certain ways. I mean, everything has its shadow and light, right? We can always overdo too much of any good thing, right? So, I encourage you to call on the divine and ask them to show you what you need to know. Ask them to guide you to the right people, places, things, and ideas to support you on this journey. And, as always, I am available to support you. So thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like or send me comments with hearts and flowers and spring animals, all that fun stuff. I love to see it. It really makes me happy and excited to do more of these videos. So I love you. God loves you so much. Trust in the divine. Trust your intuition. And I send you love with heavenly hugs. Bye for now.